and welcome to my channel. What's up, y'all? My name is Latanya and you're watching Latanya Planting and Drinking. So let's get started. This is just a quick intro, y'all, to say hey, and we're going to jump right into the video. How to repot a large plant, and I repotted my split leaf philodendron. This is tea, y'all. Some black tea on this early morning over ice. But you know, I put it in my Bailey's cup because you know, I do be drinking this and I probably will be drinking later today. So this is gonna be a talk over video, so I just wanted to come and tell you why. There's just a lot of chatter going on in the background, a lot of whining from Pepper, and you just really couldn't hear anything I was saying. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back at the end. Okay, bye. Hey everyone. Okay, so we're starting off here where I'm actually is just prepping the soil. This is fresh soil that I put in here, and it's not my coconut coir that I usually use. It's actually some potting mix because I'm really low on coconut husk, and I actually didn't have enough for this plant. So you can see the perlite is in there. I even went ahead and added in some little bit of bark, along with some slow release tablets of fertilizer for the plant. I just decided that I really needed to get in here and really exchange this, upcycle this plant. So y'all, when I bring this plant in, this is, I think I'm about to show you why I'm repotting it. If you notice, I'm getting a lot. That's one of the newest leaves, and it's yellowing, and it's yellowing around the edges. As this plant hasn't been neglected at all, and it's just really starting to decline. So once it started doing that, I realized that it has actually been in this container now for over a year, and maybe I should take it out. So this is me trying not to make a mess. That's why you see me on top of the current soil. And this plant is pretty stuck in there. It is not coming out at all. And I don't want it to damage the air roots or the new leaves that are trying to come out. So sorry for the bad filming there, but I'm just going to grab a gardening tool here and really go in here. If you keep watching, you're going to see Pepper is going to make a surprise appearance soon. And there's just a lot. She's whining in the background right now. But anyway, I have really dug in here. I'm working my way around the sides to try and really loosen up this plant from this pot. I didn't realize how root bound it is. There's our little Pepper checking, seeing what's going on. She's actually upset because I won't let her go downstairs. My sister is back in town, and her and Ginger were doing some bonding, and Pepper wasn't invited. But anyway, I'm working my way around the entire plant, this entire pot, and this is in a plastic pot. And I'm so glad. I usually do not like putting plants in plastic, but I am so glad I put this one in here, or this would have been extremely hard to get out. And I was even debating about cutting it off. And because it was plastic, I wasn't going to have an issue with that at all. So here I am attempting, once again, to remove the plant from the planter. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, y'all, there it is. It comes out, surprisingly easy. But look at this. Look, what I'm showing you there is at the bottom of the container. You can see roots that were actually stuck to it and actually has started to grow through the holes of it. So now as we take a really good look, you can see there are a lot of roots. And the bottom of it has actually fitted to the actual planter. And there are just tons and tons of roots down there. This plant was really, really pot bound. And I'm really disappointed with myself for waiting so long to attempt to repot this. Okay, so I decided to just let's go in and start repotting this. And then I quickly realized that I have entirely too much soil in there. That's a little bit disappointing. So I am going to remove a bunch of this soil out and just scooping out. And then as you look closely, you can see some roots have already fallen, broken off of the original plant. Now that I've managed to um, get the soil out, I'm thinking this is a good spot, that it should be okay, that I can work around it. And then I realized I need to loosen up some of these roots. And here's my attempt to loosen up a lot of these roots. I will be perfectly honest. This attempt did not go so well. These roots were really packed in there, and I decided not to really take the time and loosen it because I was actually just being lazy. What I needed to do was to get a bucket of water and place the plant in there and try to drop off as much of that old soil that I could. But I decided against that once again. I was just being absolutely lazy about it, and I was just like, well, let me just see if the plant will be okay without it. And so after I decide not to separate any more of the roots, I decide that I'm going to go in with the soil. And here I am about to dump this soil on here. Look at me, so cute. Oh, I'll just scoop it in. Thank you, Suzette Garden. I actually see her using a scooper in this bucket all the time, and I realized that that is from the Dollar Tree, and I went over there yesterday and picked up a couple of things for myself. Some $2 planting materials. Okay, so yeah, I'm just scooping this all in, and I realized that this would just go a lot quicker if I just poured a sucker on it. So I'm going in to pour it on, and as I am pouring this on, I realize that the plant is still too high. It's extremely too high up. In a second here, I'm either going to be in denial about it or I'm going to take the plant out. Yep, I'm in denial. That is completely denial. Oh, I can make it work. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Let me just get all this soil on here. And this is pure irresponsible laziness on my part. I just decided that, hey, I can make this work. I'm going to move it around a little bit, get it in here. And then a little bit here. I accept the facts as they actually are, and I realize that this is not going to work. So I am removing it once again. And now, because I was in denial, I have a ton of soil to remove. So we're just going to skip this part, and I'm going to come back when I actually have it at the spot that I want it. Okay, so I actually have it at the spot that I want it. So it took me a couple of tries to get it, and I didn't think you guys needed to see that on camera, but it's actually placed now in the soil, in the container where I want it, and I'm going back and I'm adding in the soil at this point. I would like to say that this was fun, but it really wasn't. It was a lot of work to get it out of the container. It was a lot of work to even prepping the soil because I wanted to have the right mixture. And I'm really frustrated at myself that I waited so long because this plant itself has been through a lot. I actually purchased this plant over a year ago for $7. I believe it was at Lowe's. It was either Lowe's or Walmart. I'm pretty sure it was Lowe's. And it literally had 2 stems on it. Both stems died back, and the stump of the plant actually produced all the stems that you see now. And so it has come such a long way in a year. And for me not to notice that it definitely needed to be repotted, I probably could have repotted this as early as 6 months ago by the look of those roots. So I'm just a little disappointed in myself with it. But hopefully the plant will be okay. I am definitely going to water this in, and I do that off camera. It actually took me about 10 minutes because I really wanted to make sure that soil was wet because I didn't take the time to separate the roots. So I wanted to make sure that it actually had water. What I'm doing right now is I'm patting the soil down in there. Usually I like to bang on the side of it. But in this case, I just opted to use my hands, knowing that I could push it down in there to get the soil all the way around the root ball of the plant. This was actually just took a lot more time than I thought it should have. And hey, this is the great thing about planting. You were learning here. So once again, I am not going to fertilize this plant. I have placed in here some slow release pellets that will do the fertilizing for it. I think the plant has just gone through a lot of shock right now. So I don't want to have it go through anymore. I probably will fertilize it really well over the next few months, probably about 2 or 3 months now, depending on if it recovers. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Now that's me taking a little bit of a tea break. And so, yeah, my plant now is potted up, and I'm going to clean up and show you the final look. What's up, bitches? Okay, so that's my plant up. That's my uploading video. Give me a thumbs up if you think I waited too late to repot. And those are telltale signs, and I did not heed the warning. So I hope the plant will be okay. It had a really large, healthy root system. I think it'll bounce back just fine. But yeah, and normally I really have, but over the past few months, I have been very busy with the holiday season, and I have really neglected my plants, not just that one. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more upcoming videos where you see what happened when you have bad plantering. So just stay tuned, and there'll be more videos. And thank you so much for watching. And again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on more Latanya Planting and Drinking. Bye, y'all.